Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, A Monk's Guide to Happiness, a creation by Gelong Thubten. A Monk's Guide to Happiness, 2019, is a valuable resource for individuals seeking to find solace and tranquility in their lives. It offers philosophical insights and practical advice based on the author's extensive training at Buddhist monasteries and rigorous meditation retreats spanning over 25 years. Through this book, readers can access the author's hard-earned wisdom acquired over 2 decades. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Gelong Thubten, originally from the United Kingdom, is a Buddhist monk and meditation teacher. He pursued acting in London and New York after completing his education at Oxford University. However, at the age of 21, he experienced burnout, which led him to join the Kagyu Samye Ling Monastery in Scotland. Here, he became an ordained Tibetan Buddhist monk and has been practicing and teaching mindfulness meditation since then. Thubten's journey has involved extensive training for 25 years, attending intensive meditation retreats for 6 years, and teaching mindfulness for 20 years in various settings such as schools, hospitals, prisons, addiction counseling centers, and corporate offices. With 8 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book on StoryPlanet.net. To start, the text is promoting a way to achieve happiness by learning how to be happy regardless of the circumstances. The text discusses the concept of having the superpower of on-demand happiness. It suggests that while people often imagine having abilities like flying or invisibility, the ability to find peace and happiness at will would be life-changing. It states that this is a power that can be developed and offers to explain why people tend to look for happiness in the wrong places, how to train the mind to generate happiness, and what can be done to acquire this ability. Key idea number 1. Happiness is the state of feeling satisfied and liberated in the present moment. The feeling of happiness consists of 3 main components: a sense of fullness and contentment, feeling anchored to the present moment, and a sense of freedom from negative emotions and desires. In order to be happy, we need to let go of past regrets, future worries, and the desire for things to be different. We will explore these concepts further in the following sections. Key idea number 2. Unhappiness stems from feeling incomplete due to desires and seeking happiness externally. Unhappiness is characterized by a sense of incompleteness, absence, and captivity. It stems from the flip side of our desires, wanting something we lack but think we should have. This belief suggests that happiness comes from external sources, making our happiness contingent on obtaining those things. However, this thinking is problematic as it puts our happiness at the mercy of outside forces beyond our control. Even if we do obtain what we desire, the feeling is short-lived, and we quickly move on to the next desire. We get stuck in this loop because we believe that happiness lies in external achievements or possessions. To escape this cycle, we need to understand the true nature of happiness. Key idea number 3. Modern culture intensifies the issue of never-ending longing and our feeling of being incomplete. In the modern world, advertising, social media, and materialistic culture fuel an endless loop of desire. Advertisements constantly tell us we need more to be happy and fulfilled. Curated images on social media make us feel inadequate and create a sense of always needing more. Sensory overload from various sources gives us temporary satisfaction but leaves us craving for more. This constant stimulation turns us into pleasure addicts and makes us easily bored and distracted. Overall, there is a deeper issue at play underlying our insatiable desire. Key idea number 4. Seeking happiness externally leads to unhappiness. Modern culture encourages a misguided approach to happiness by looking for it in external sources, which can only provide limited, short-term pleasure. We may engage in self-defeating behavior by trying to hold on to these sources or fearing their eventual loss. Seeking happiness outside ourselves becomes a habit that leads to continual dissatisfaction. This habit of grasping onto something just out of reach is a fundamental cause of unhappiness. Key idea number 5. Unhappiness stems from our constant desire to control and reject our own experiences. The key point of this text is that our unhappiness is not caused by the things we want to avoid or grasp, but rather by our actions of pushing away or grasping. The solution to finding happiness is to stop pushing away and grasping and instead let things be. This requires mental training and learning to regard things with neutrality. Key idea number 6. Developing the skill of neutrally observing things can help us avoid the pitfalls of grasping and pushing things away. Meditation is a powerful mental strength training exercise that can help strengthen the mind's capabilities and develop a sense of tranquil neutrality. It is often misunderstood as just a method of stress release and feeling good while meditating, but its true purpose is to develop the ability to be happy outside of meditation. This understanding is often lost on many people and leads to disappointment and giving up on meditation. Key idea number 7. Practicing mindfulness in everyday situations can help turn it into a habit. Meditation is the practice of neutrally observing thoughts, emotions, sensations, and experiences. It involves 3 steps: focusing on an anchor in the present moment, noticing when the mind wanders, and gently bringing attention back to the anchor. Beginners usually use the breath or body as anchors. One way to broaden meditation practice is to implement mindful moments during daily activities. By practicing mindfulness, it becomes a default state of mind, even during difficulties. However, achieving this level of mindfulness requires practice. Key idea number 8. Practice mindfulness, meditation with awareness and intention. The key points are: meditation is simple, but it can be difficult, especially when the mind drifts. Mental wandering is not a failure, but a crucial learning experience in recognizing and bringing back focus. Losing focus is an opportunity for growth and developing mindfulness. When meditating, it is not necessary to close eyes or listen to peaceful music, as the goal is to be mindful in all circumstances. By practicing mindfulness in any situation, we can find inner peace anywhere, anytime. In conclusion, unhappiness is characterized by feelings of emptiness and looking for happiness outside of ourselves. Our desires are fueled by consumer culture, and habitually seeking pleasure externally leads to suffering. Mindfulness is the key to escaping this suffering, and it can be developed through meditation and integrating it into everyday life. Trying out micro moments of mindfulness is a practical way to incorporate mindfulness into daily activities. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.